Today's daf is Masechet Nedarim Daf Chavtes. So the Gemara just finished discussing a machlokes between Bar Pada and Ula. There was a machlokes because the Mishnah said that if somebody says a lashon of a harinatias elu carbon achi katsu. So Bar Pada said that you could be paid, but the kedusha will keep on coming back. Why? Because you makdash it, so you can't just take it away by being paid until it's actually the he said actually katsu. So until that happens, you could be paid it all you want. The kedusha will keep on coming back on. But after it's nixitsu, then the hektish does not come on. However, doesn't come back on. However, he still needs to take the hektish off one last time. Ula said, however, that no. That if he says so once it's niktzatz, once it's totally destroyed, he does not have to redeem it again. It goes off by itself. Because there was katzitza, even without him being paid in. So that's a machlokes Ula and Bar Pada, kind of like a fundamental machlokes. So Rav Hamnuna, the Gemara says, Rav Hamnuna asked on Ula that how's it possible that the katzitza hanatias is mafkia the kedusha l'chayra. There was not pidyon on money. Pidyon normally has to be on money. You have to redeem it on money. That puts a kedusha on the money. L'chayra, you didn't do that. So, kedusha shabahem l'heichen hacho. Where's the kedusha going exactly? So says Rav Hamnuna. So therefore Rav Hamnuna says, and Rav Hamnuna brings a raya. Ma'ilu amar leisha. If somebody tells a woman, Hayom atishi, today you're my wife, but tomorrow, so it makes a kedusha. It says today you're my wife. Tomorrow it's not going to happen. Mimi nafka like get. Does it work like that? That automatically he could just go when he's not considered a husband anymore. He's allowed to marry somebody else because he said in the beginning Hayom atishi. Of course not. Because once the kedusha is chal, the only way to take it off is only with making a get. So he's saying l'chor the same thing, that once the netias are in rishus hektish, you can't just say that I don't want to be in rishus hektish and achi katsu and then it's finished. No, because the kedusha is not gonna go off by itself. You have to make a pidyon, just like you have to give a woman a get. So Amar le Rava told Hamnuna, mikam adamis, are you comparing the tiyas to that a kadosh be kedushas hagof, that we a kadosh kedushas damim, to kedusha isha, which is kedushas hagof. Kedushas damim tiyas, kedusha is a kedusha kala which has a pidyon. You could redeem it paka b'chti, could go off without anything, even without a pidyon. It's enough that you masna metchila, that you only want the hektish to be zman echal zman mesuyim. Like in this case, when he makdash tiyas achi katsu. But kedusha isha is kedusha sagov, which is chamer, and pidyon never helps. So loy paka b'chti, in that case, it will not go off by itself. And that's why the tanai in the kedusha, if he says hayom atishti, it doesn't work. So that's Rava's answer. So fidas chilik, only hektish of kedusha dam can be paka without pidyon. However, something that's kaddish kedusha sagov, that's the chilik is saying that, let's say carbon, that's carbon gamim mezbeach, let's say, which that would have kedusha sagov. In that case, the kedusha would not be poka, even if he's masim chilin and wants to go off on a carbon, because the carbon is a kedusha sagov. So it would be exactly like kedusha isha. It would have the same gather. Fracting Gemara on Rava, Amar le Abaya le Rava. Abaya asked Rava, kedusha sagov loy paka b'chti. Is that so? Is that the case that you're saying that kedusha sagov doesn't go off? Atanya, we learned in a brayso not like that. It says shor zeh oyla kol shloshim yom. If somebody says this ox should be an oila for 30 days, And if you makar it, it should be karav l'shem oila. Ula'achar shloshim yoim shlamim. And after 30 days, it should be a carbon shlamim. So halacha is a Tanai Schal, and Kol Shloshim Yoim Oilo, Achar Shloshim Yoim Taka is a carbon shlamim. So, Frak the Gemara, why is a Tanai Schal? L'chor Kedushas carbon oilo the first 30 days, Kedushas Hagof, and then it was Kedushas Hagof. And still you see that after 30 days it turns into carbon shlamim. You see that Kedushas oilo, which was the first 30 days of Paka B'chdi, all days Tanai, and not like Rava. That's a Kedushas Hagof is not Paka B'chdi, even if you make a Tanai Mitchilo. And for the Gemara, the Be'emes, no. Kedushas Hagof is Taka not Paka without opinion. And Hacha, the case in the Brisa when somebody is Makta Shashar La'oil for 30 days, and Mayaskinon, Hacha Mayaskinon, the Amar Lidmei. It's talking about his Maktash Behema Kedusha Lidmei, only for its the monetary part of it. He's saying he wants to get the Chal Kedushas Damim. And from this money he wants to bring a carbon oila. And he's making a Tanai that he wants this Kedushas Damim to be Pakal Achash Hashim Yaim, and it should be Chal Kedusha Shlamim. So that tackle will work. Gemara saying you can say it's talking Kedusha Damim. For the Gemara Hachi, if the Brisa is talking about Kedusha Damim, Eben Seifa, saying the Seifa in the Brisa it says, if somebody says Sharzeh Yehila Achash Shloshim Yom Oila, and Me'achshav, and from now it should be a Shlamim. Halacha Tanai is Chal, and now it's a Shlamim, and after 30 days it becomes a Oila. And L'chayra, it's the same thing that the Brisa said in the beginning. If you say the Brisa is talking about two different scenarios, so you could say Chada b'Kedushas Hagof. If you want to say the Brisa is talking, the first case in the Brisa is talking about Kedushas Hagof. Chada b'Kedushas Damim, and the Seifik is talking about Kedushas Damim. So that's why I would say same case. It's not repetitive because the first case would be talking. The Reish is talking about Kedushas Hagof. The Seifik is talking about Kedushas Damim. And that's why the Tana would have to say these two cases. Because I might think, if we would only say the first case, I might think that because it's Kedushas Hagof is loy paka b'chdi, and that's not what the Brisa is talking about. It's only talking about Kedushas Damim Paka B'chdi. It's only talking about, like in the Reisha. I'm sorry. So if you say the Reisha is talking about Kedushas Damim, so you might say, if it just said the Reisha, I would say, okay, just Kedushas Damim Paka B'chdi, but Kedushas Hagof, not. L'hachitani Tarati. That's why the Brisa said two cases and tell you that also Kedushas Hagof could be Paka Yedei Tanai even without opinion. Ela Iyamrid, but if you say like Rava, that a Kedushas Hagof, it does not go off below pidyon. So l'chayra, the Reisha and the Seifa, you have to say he's talking about Kedushas Damim, because the Kedushas Hagof is not Paka, and the Reisha and the Seifa are saying two cases that the Kedusha is Paka. So frekting Gemara Ibazoi, Lamin in this entirety. Why does the Mishnah say two cases? You have a great kasha. Hashta yesh loymar mikdusha chamura lekdusha kala. If you tell me in the Reisha, when first he made a kedusha chamura, which is oila kedusha kala, which is mokal, paka goes off. So mikdusha kala lekdusha chamura in the seifa, where first it's a shlum and then it's going to kedusha chamura. Tzrichel meimer. I have to tell you the first kedusha is going to come off. It's a more kal kedusha. So why do you need to say two cases? So Ibazayzak Gemara, the Chari have a raya, not like Rava. We be matcha Rava. The whole Kedushas Hagof is never paka without pidyon. So the Gemara slugging up Rava basically. Now frek the Gemara on Bar Pada from the Chari's Mavur in the Brisa that Kedusha is pegasaloi pidyon. So the Gemara limit to have a tiyufta the Bar Pada. Say this is an upslug on Bar Pada. Why? The Amar le paka Kedusha b'chti. Bar Pada said that Kedusha is not paka b'chti when there's ketzitza. So the Chayes Mavur in the Brisa, the Kedushas HaKarbin is cast after 30 days. And there's no reason to say that it's talking about the brisa. You can't say that the brisa is talking about the way you pointed with him, or maybe that's why the brisa is saying the kedusha goes off. Why? Because we said that the brisa is talking about even Kedushas Aguf has no opinion. So you see, Klar, not like Rapada. Rapada says you have to have an opinion. The Brisa, we established the Brisa talking about even Kedushas Aguf, where it's not Shaykh to have opinions. You can't say it's talking about they have opinion. Amar Rav Papa, Amar Lacha, Bar Pada would have to answer Hachikama. This is how you have to explain the Brisa. If somebody says that his shor should be Kedushas Oila after 30 days, Im loy omar, if he did not say me'achshav shlamim, that the shor should be a shlamim from now, then la'ach shloshim yoim oila havi. Then after 30 days, it's an oila, and the chiddush is that it's shaykh to be meichel on the kedusha of the behema in oila after 30 days, but oifen that it was not chal from the beginning of 30 days. And it could be chal achar zman. So oy bezoi, the Gemara is saying that Bar Pada would have to learn the Brisa like this, that the Reisha is talking about Kedushas Damim. Fine. The second case of the Mishnah, the Sefer of the Mishnah of the Brisa that we wrote down, that it says la'achar shloshim yoy oila ma'achar shlamim, that's talking about when a guy says that he says a shor should be kaddish after 30 days. And so if he doesn't say anything about ma'achar shlamim, then after 30 days it's chal. And it's come to tell you chiddush that it could be chal kedushas haguf la'achar zman, even though it's not chal right now. So it could be chal after 30 days. So kumtois, it's not being seiser Bar Pada's shita that says that kedusha is not poka b'chti, because Bar Pada could learn the brisa a different way. Zakat the Gemara. Midi dahava ha'omer leisha, this din that Rav Pada would learn, that Brisa is telling you that you can makdash behim la'achar zman, is like you find the case, like the case where somebody tells a woman ha'omer leisha skachi l'shloshim yoyim dum kadeshes. He says, I want you to kadeshes to me after 30 days. Kedusha's chal ba'afa pishin achlu amois. Even though he gave her money now before 30 days, and it comes 30 days, it's not even around that money, she spent it a long time ago, still the Kedusha's chal after 30 days. But if he says ma'achshav shlamim, in the Sefer, the Kedusha would not be chal after 30 days, since the Kedusha shlamim, the Kedusha zagofen would not be paka b'chti, and exactly like Bar Pada shita. That's how we'd have to learn. Fracting Gemara, Pshita, l'chor, it's Pashat that you could be Makdash Achazman, and just like we find by Kedusha Isha, we already find the same halacha there. So obviously, what's Takana Chiddush to the Brisa? You see, you can make something like Achazman. And the Gemara, like Tzricha, the Hadar Bey. Talking about his Chayzer from the Hektish. So we say the Chazara, if he backtracks on his Hektish, on what he did, the Hektish, then it does not help, and we say that when time comes, the 30 days are up, the hektish is chal. It's very good according to Rish Lakish, who says that Kedush Naftum Testament Alf. And if somebody is Makadosh Isha and he makes a Tanai that the Kedush should be chal achazman, Ein Chazeres. It's very good according to the Shitas Rish Lakish, who says Ein Chazeres, that the woman cannot be Chazer, so Ibezoi. Also, the makdash can't be chayzer, and the brayz is mechadish that he can't be chayzer. Elamanda Amar, which is Rabbi Yochanan Daf Notasa Kedushin, that says like Kedusha Isha that chayzeres, a woman could be chayzer. So Ibizara makdash should be chayzer be the same halacha. He should be able to be chayzer on the hektish that he made before 30 days. Ma'ikal Meimar. What are you going to say? L'chayra, it's pashut that you can be makdash him la'achazman, and so I was like, what's the chiddush according to Rabbi Yochanan holds that you could be chayzer, and then what would be the brayso chiddush? We were saying that the chiddush would be that you can't be chayzer, but Rabbi Yochanan holds you could be chayzer. So the Gemara, no, afilamanda amar Hasam, even according to Manda Amar, which is Rabbi Yochanan Kedushin test that says Chayzeres by Kedushin, Hacha by Hektish Shani, who'd hold it's different. Allah is different by Hektish. Why? And he would agree that you cannot be Chayzer once you commit and you make something Hektish. Why? We have a klal that if somebody says something is going with his mouth, he says it's going to Hektish, has a din kim sirasa lahedit. Has a din like a kinyan that helps for a hedyot. Just like you coin it to someone, you making something to somebody, or you coin it from someone, you can't just say, oh, forget it, I don't want to do it. No. You can't be chayzer. So that's the chiddush of the brayso. That if you mak tishlachas man, you cannot be chayzer. And even Rabbi Yochanan, that argues on Rishlakish and said you could be chayzer by kedushin, would agree over here in this case by hektish that you could not be chayzer. Major chiddush from the Gemara that it's chalok hektish from kedushin al tamirasa l'gvoya kim sirasa lahedit.